Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Not Your Professional Walkthrough channel with me, your host Max. This time we're gonna again be taking a look at Laysara Summit Kingdom. And so on the previous episode we have gone basically through the initial mountain range, which provides you with quite lovely locations where you can set up shop. And after finishing the first location, we're kind of able to unlock the remaining locations, which are currently displayed here. And to me, what seemed like a really interesting location was the Splintered Soul, but there's also plenty of other locations where we can try to set up shop. So I would like to really try the Splintered Soul for the purposes of this video. It seems like there are locations where even the avalanche will cause trouble, so this can be an interesting learning experience. And so I wanna go with the adept setting and just see how much I can build before I get everyone killed or starve to death or run out of money or something. There it is. It doesn't look like the worst place to start a settlement. You're right. It's beautiful here. Look at those rivers. They are full of fish, and furthermore, we can build baths for everyone. What are you talking about? I mean, on this side, we can get higher barley yield here and produce more wood. No, this side is clearly better. We can produce more honey here, and look, we even get salt deposits. Calm down, everyone. I thought I can connect the two. We'll have to find a way to get the best of both worlds. We'll see about that. Huh. Well, it's kind of pointing me to this location. We have like 2 copper deposits, this crystal deposit over here, and this peak, which I'm not sure if I can trust it because it's covered in snow, but this is definitely a snow cap, which is an avalanche risk, and so is this one. I don't really know where that temple would be built, honestly, but this mountain actually gives us almost a 360 opportunity to get to a ridiculous amount of resources. So I think it would be appropriate for me to try and start over here and try to build my way from this location to the rest of these spots. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to definitely connect these 2 locations, so that should not be a problem. This is gonna be an interesting one to figure out. So where do we want to initiate the settlement? I'm sorry if anyone is getting dizzy from this. You know what? I think I'll call this one the starting location. We have the copper deposits and everything. So we should be able to have our basic farmers and also our artisans to set up shop in this location as well. So let's try and figure this one out. If I build it like so, what I'm looking for is the food market. So we know that it's 4 times 6, so we can utilize the grid pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. No, hold on. The houses only have 2 times 2. Okay. Four, 1. I think this would be a nice spot to set up shop. Should allow to let me house the basic lowlanders who are gonna be responsible for the agriculture, which I can potentially set up over here. I'm gonna have to also keep in mind their spiritual needs. Academy is little off the budget right now. And the fun thing is, the person mentioned processing of wood, but that's kind of something which we have not really done in the previous one. So I'm not sure if I actually do need this in order to process wood, because it's set up more as if a avalanche protection. So I don't know, or like, are there actually some sort of tools which would allow me to showcase the resources that I do have? So forester actually is a thing. Holy fudge. Okay, I did not know that. So I'm gonna have to keep in mind this upper location for the purpose of gathering the copper. You know, it would be awesome if I can do what is possible in the actual copper deposits. Okay. In Anno 1800, where you can set up the blueprints so you can like plan out your layout. Unfortunately, can I fit in two? Yes, I can. We're just gonna have to set up the supply chain. Let's try to fulfill their hunger requirements first. Now, the good thing was that at least 2 chicken farms were able to supply a crazy amount of people. Oh, great. I will be able to expand the farm. So that should not be an issue. So now the people are going to be able to go in there and get the barley, which should be like their first requirement. Or the barley, or the tampa, or however you pronounce this. Someone has to let me know how to pronounce it correctly. I'm not really sure how that's going to work through the comment section, but I'm sure we will figure out something. Okay, so here we can set up more of the agriculture for this. And when it comes to the chicken farms, I don't know if I want to set up one more grid of the housing in this location, but theoretically I can actually do just that. And put in the small little shrine just like this. Set up the pathway like this, do this. And now we can actually go ahead and do the chicken farms. And the question is, yeah, they can still reach the actual food market. That's awesome. I'm really hoping that eventually, if we get like the upgraded sort of road, it would allow me to actually reach further with the buildings. It seems like the wood actually needs to be sent somewhere for further processing, which is kind of odd because right now, baths, okay, so baths are gonna be something which I'm assuming, yeah, that's gonna be adjacent only to the water. Commodity supplier is gonna be responsible for processing the copper. I don't know if I really need to ramp up the production of the barley wheat or the barley flour, because oh wow, okay, The fun thing is also that the snow eventually seems to melt away. But this is like a good indicator of where the danger zone is located. Plus we are at around like the 10-minute mark. So what I can try to pay attention to is when will the next avalanche try to get dropped. So I have some sort of time estimate of how frequently these things can occur and how dangerous they can be. But monks seem to be something more in it. I don't know what the herbs are used for, however. That's the problem. Honey production. We know that in this lower region, the honey production is not as good as in the higher location. But even with like 3 honey, I think we'll do just fine. And I need to provide 40 lowlanders with access to baths. That's just awesome. Question is if this will need to be connected via a bridge. Seems that way. But I think we will eventually be able to hook up the baths to this. I just don't know if I'll need to put housing for lowlanders even on that side. And I really need to figure out what to do with the wood, god darn it. Ale production, textile, butter, perfume, ornament, tapestry. Cheese production, I guess I would need the yak for that. I have 9 unemployed people, 35 are working. Can build additional housing over here. But if I want to process the copper, I'll have to build the artisanal houses. A yak pasture can fit in here, but so can the mill and another barley farm, so trying to figure out where to put the big beasts. Doesn't seem like we have an avalanche possibility in here. And this snowy peak, I'm not sure if that will trigger it. So now we have the yak. I just need to figure out what in the world are we gonna produce where. Honey is being fulfilled somehow, but I just don't think that one beehive is gonna be able to cut it. Let's just try to expand the farm and hope that it will speed up the overall supply chain of the flour. That should fulfill another category. Fish, butter, tea, smoked meat, and cheese. The thing is, I really don't know what do I need. I need more yak. It seems like in this region we would actually produce quite a lot of milk, but the least amount of cheese. So it seems like it's better to try and put the yak over here somewhere for the cheese production. I just don't know if I'll actually require the farm even over there or if the animals just can be transferred anywhere. Let's try and do the copper mines. Money balance is now becoming negative, which is not good. So theoretically we can try to demolish this, so we still remain in the positive balance. Let's see. You need to send the copper there. Ah, fudge, I forgot I need one more building. The coppersmith. And what was it? How many? There's like a specific balance which you need to keep in mind, that if you send in those specific resources from one location, you can supply like multiple places. Commodity supplier. I don't know if this building needs to be relocated somewhere in here. Yeah, I think I'll need to move the shop. The good news is that it theoretically occupies 2 times... What is it? 4? So I can squeeze in even more of those structures. Or more housing units. Without any sorts of issues. While maintaining my grid pattern. And we can theoretically try to use the carrier post to send this over here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Seriously, what happens if I build the better road? Now it's able to reach. Miracle happened. But I have to figure out what to do with these wooden planks. Because I do not see anything that would be able to turn them into something. I will need more housing. So I'll need another praying place. The question is if I think I'll need more of the lowlanders. It would be nice if I can actually upgrade them so that they can then or provide me with more taxes. Yeah, now it reaches even this house. Magic. I definitely knew that those roads are gonna do something, but we are losing way too much money right now. So what can I possibly do to increase the taxation? Ad hoc workers. I need more workers. This is gonna change the balance, but we're still losing money. If I don't get into positive balance, we are absolutely screwed. Honey seems to be another issue. Ah, fudge. I have to relocate this bee house elsewhere. Okay. This way I'm at least maintaining some sort of grid. I'll need to get more moo-moos in order to keep the workforce. I feel like the necessity of having access to the actual, what you call it? To the actual baths would help me greatly with the taxation, because that's like another requirement. So I'm not exactly sure. If I build the treasury, that would be a great boost to the overall economy, because it like is able to gather more finances out of all the population within the vicinity. I can directly build the houses towards here, maintain this for maybe more production. This is now gonna definitely help me out with the income. I still don't know where the hell to send this. Yak Breeder, Yak Utopia. Man, those all sound really nice. Question is, what will I do with the monks if I want to get the actual academy? Is there like a tech tree which I can access? I really think I'll be forced to actually go and do this commission or task, whether I like it or not. Okay. Be most optimal if I don't build through like the middle of the entire location. So if I can find some sort of route to connect this through, still have some sort of room for, I don't know, something in here. I'll try to... Yeah, fudge. How in the world am I gonna connect you two? I really don't know if the baths are gonna require to be... Yep, seems like it's right over there. The fishery is locked. A river nearby. Research level 2. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to do the academy and the monks. There's just no way around it. How's the enlightenment here, huh? Build the college. Oh, the negative balance is gonna kill me though. If one of you knuckleheads would actually be willing to go and upgrade yourself, I would have a field day. Financially, of course. That's 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 7. Gonna give us the workforce. Negative balance is still negative balance. You boys are missing enlightenment. So I'll need to build the shrine somewhere around these parts as well, which I'm not that thrilled about. But at least the academy, I'm hoping, is doing something, although I'm not sure how to tap into the research yet. Seriously, how did I research just about anything? Even taxing the monks. What a place. Okay, so 15 minutes have passed and the avalanche has not launched itself. Mr. Plow, use when planning has failed. What? Okay. So I would need to build the protection over here. The question is if it can be literally beneath the mountain, because I don't know what's gonna happen if the snow just falls down directly onto like the forester to do the job. So what if I build these 4 over here? Try to build like so and give the population a bathhouse. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid the population needs to be relocated here, which I'm not that thrilled about. So that's a different avalanche. But okay, it's like 17 or so minutes after the first one. Am I gonna have to build another food market in here? This reaches all the way over there. Let's make this happen, but the problem is this portion of the population is not really being supplied well, or at all. The cheese production, I would be able to get a more optimal yield in here. The question is if I already also need to have a surplus of the yak. Can this pick up also other resources or just one at a time? Because I can squeeze in more production stuff. I'm just afraid I'll have to set up the agriculture in here as well. And I don't think I can squeeze this guy up in here. Therefore, this should be well protected. Hopefully these houses are not gonna get demolished, or the baths. Provide 40 artisans with Sampa. Artisans are really liking the Sampa. We can get a lot of profit if needed. It's nothing compared to the joy lowlanders get from having baths. Just look at them, so fresh, clean, and happy. You don't need to bathe so often if you just follow a healthy diet. You really think so? Your aura tells a different story. It is what it's going to be like with you two here. I think I'll need the space for myself. The 40 monks live enclosed within monastery walls. Okay. A mandala. Particularly brave man who set off tasks, something, something. Interesting design. A monastery. Why can't I build it in here? Yeah, it occupies too much space, huh? I would need to move the path one more tile. And I assume that the monk housing should be close enough. So I'll break my grid pattern. Wow, they do require a lot of stuff. Receiving, what do you need? Painted cedar. Okay. How the hell do I get that stuff? Decorative tree, decorative flower pot. Inn. A mysterious mist and the second most common reason for people losing their way home. Inns are the first. Okay, I get it. Funny joke. Ale production. Need a forester for charcoal pile. Can 2 shops supply him? Okay. Hold on. We're onto something here. A brewery and a barley field. Cannot squeeze in a barley field, unfortunately, but I'll need to find one. And the inn is the final product. It fits perfectly. I don't know how much barley I need, though, to supply this much of a population. So... oh, come on. Please don't make me build another one of these. So annoying. Really? Really? Like, really? What if I do this and build it? Yeah, well, a solution has been found. A miracle of logistics. And all of a sudden, we have a bunch of happy people. But I'll need to do something with my finances or I'm absolutely royally screwed. Which also includes increased egg production. I still think I can squeeze in one more farm. Or one more mill. Honey. I seriously need another workshop in here. And the logistics are kind of killing it. of a sudden... Ah, come on. Please don't make me connect it here. Okay, 2 beehives are being supplied through there. My financial situation is still not improving though. Now I still don't know what to do with the research. If I don't do something with the money, I'm screwed. Fortunately, right now I'm still not being allowed to do any of these things. It's not really making me thrilled. I'm thinking, what are the chances that providing the necessary ingredients to these knuckleheads will make them happy? Guess I'll be forced to find out. I have like this dedicated little spot here which I can use to supply these people. I can't believe I did not do the spiritual fulfillment. Ah, man. I screwed up. If I don't do something fast, I'm absolutely screwed. Well, help me out. What population? Okay, that has somehow helped me quite a lot. I've also realized that probably building a treasury in here would be a smart choice. Fulfilling the religious requirement is therefore fulfilled. Ish. Need to utilize the better road in order to almost get everyone. Okay, let's try to provide them with that food. No. Play nice. This will go here. Now for the let's do the honey first. Ah, voila. And all of a sudden, I have jumped the shark. more eggs and more honey. Oh, come on! This is gonna be annoying as heck. Okay, let's try to... I think what I've done is the mistake of what you can do in games like Anno, where if you upgrade too much population, all of a sudden, it goes from having the positive effect to having the actual negative effect, because the more population of that class that you unlock, the more demands they suddenly have. So, for example, my favorite example of this is Anno 1404. Love that game. If you get too many farmers to be turned into the upper class, what's going to happen is that those initial requirements from just having like hemp clothes or fish or something basic like that, it's going to get turned into them requiring also additional resources, additional meals, additional supplies and provisions and services. So I think that's where I kind of screwed up big time. So what we can try to do here is go for these, and now I'll try to balance this out. But I definitely feel like having the treasury would be awesome. Okay, so trees are holding up, loving it. Theoretically, that means I can demolish these two structures, which should reduce the amount of resources or taxation that I'm under. Where's the damn building for taxing? Taxes. Not Texas, but you get the gist. This should help yield more profits, especially once we expand even the population in here. I swear I saw the salt somewhere, but I have no clue how to utilize the salt. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Wow, it needs to be below. Huh. Man, the supply of this is gonna be a painful process to get. It would be far better if I would come across anything in here. 40 monks living enclosed within monastery walls. But honestly, I didn't see... Oh, okay, I see what you did there. I think I'll have to relocate the monastery and just put those knuckleheads somewhere separately entirely. And see what can be done in regards to that. Oh, come on. Now it works. This is not helping. The question is if I'll need also another market for the monks. "40 monks enclosed within monastery walls." What if I just pause the game and try to mess with it in that fashion? because I don't know how the fortifications work. I might have to squeeze the buildings even further away because of not having access to the road. Upkeep is... The upkeep is gonna certainly be a fun thing to mess around with, huh? That means I'll need to have at least 12 of these things constructed. Well, at least I'm stubborn enough to keep on trying. Okay. Reach total population of 300. That's done. I think it's about time we get some more yaks here. As you all know, it's crucial to find the best possible spot for yak shack. Upper regions will be perfect for that. We can get more wool and produce some textile. Now, if we place them lower, we can get plenty of milk. Can you stop interfering? Lowlanders want textiles. Okay, I'm afraid I will need to construct this in here so that these guys have like access to something, although it's not really being supplied by anything. So I'm not really sure how in the world this would work out. So this is purely cosmetic thing I'm afraid of. It'd be nice if there would be like a photo mode so I can get all this crap off the screen. Maybe there is. I just don't know the key binding. Photo mode. Come on, you gotta introduce something like a photo mode, right? Wow. Okay, photo mode. Whoa. Why is it in such a weird place, though? Okay. Wow, it looks like it's as if it's raining just specifically on top of the monks' houses. That's so wacky. But definitely providing them with something would be nice. Just right now, only thing I keep providing them are the enclosed spaces. And some sort of decorations, huh? Herbalist. Rock Crystal Mine, Cedar Grove, Dye Producer, Cedar Painter, a Monastery. Oh my god, the supply chain of this is just ridiculous. But need like a dedicated location just for that, and we have not even reached the crystals as of now. But theoretically, what I can try to do, hear me out here. Do this. But now the supply chain will actually require a cart post up there and somewhere in here. So I'm not really sure how the other mine is gonna work with this. And voila, there goes our crystal production. How the hell did I access that? Dye producer, huh? Rock crystal mine. We have that. Dye producer. Okay. And I'm gonna have to also figure out somehow how to ship out the painted cedar over to the monastery, but I guess these cart posts will do the trick once I get more yak somewhere. Well, it's not that many moo-moos. I was hoping for a few more. Okay. I really wish I can rotate these structures or something. This is just driving me nuts. The fact that these things only can rotate in this one direction is just... it's painful. And we can try to... fudge. Okay. This one is too big. That's what she said. And we can start shipping those over there, huh? Oh, fudge. Again, I'm losing so much money, it's not even funny. Why are these things always trying to bankrupt me? What is it that I can potentially do here to offset all of this? I don't know how to do the additional research. That's just not explained at all. Provide lowlanders with textile. Yacht Shack Weaver. Great. Put two over here, but well, these ones are actually useful. This is just killing me the way all this space and everything is just driving me bananas. think I can rearrange this slightly better. Okay. So the supply chain is not broken still. I just don't think they're sending out anything through here. If I would be able to provide them with textiles, they would go bananas. Couldn't fit in 2 of them. They have the optimal capacity in here. I don't know actually even if the relocation of the structures does cost me anything. That's the wool, that's what we need. And I'll need the cheese maker. And then the cheese. But this has just dug up even more massive hole for me. I think I'll need the commodity supplier for this. Yeah, they do provide the fabric. Yeah, I'm just digging up bigger and bigger hole for myself. I'm done in a few seconds. God damn it! No! Stop failing me! Oh man, this is just annoying. I don't know what is something that I can do to truly beef up the income. We already have the donation locations. I need a crap ton of artisans. I will be able to build like 2 of these shacks. It's not gonna save me. God damn it! Oh man, this just hurts so much. Yeah, I'm screwed here. It's really saved me at the worst possible time ever. The autosave is not helping. But then again, this is what you will usually experience if you try to pick up these sorts of games, is to try and find what works and what does not work for you. These are some costly things to run. Problem is this. I feel like the whole production chain is just costing me a crap ton of money, and it's just not doing anything. So if I get rid of this supply chain, these guys can do whatever the hell they are up to. Look at the balance change. I'll have to figure this out somehow. This is just too costly for me right now. We get 5 of them in here. I currently have them. In the green region, we get more milk than we get wool. And we need the... Let's do this and build out the artisans. Along with some shrine. I'll get it there eventually. I'll figure out the way to balance this out. If we'll be able to get the fabric in and get that requirement done, I feel like it's gonna help me out quite nicely. And I need to do something with the... milk as well. Unfortunately, we don't produce enough of these things, so if I get in one more, I can try to make more of the wool shops. I'm still remaining in the positive balance, and the avalanche should not be able to destroy the structure, hopefully, fingers crossed, or I'll be screwed. And if I ought to upgrade the road here, I'm hoping I can squeeze in somewhere a cheesemaker, or else I'm royally screwed. Or technically, what I can try to do is just put down the cart, send the milk from these two, and just move the shops like so. Oh, come on. Pretty nice. Oh, this is just horrible. Okay, that's a different avalanche. I honestly lost the track of when the stuff is being shipped or not. Question is if I can send the milk to only one shop or even 2 shops. Supply chain is a little bit weird because it seems like I can actually send out to both of these shops the products. I still need more food. The thing is, though, I cannot really do fishing. Despite the fact that there's river, it seems too damn shallow. That would be one hell of a salmon to make this jump It almost looks like the water is actually flowing up the hill. Is it just me? Wow. It's so nice to be in positive balance for a change. The issue is I really don't see some sort of specific output, so for me, this is just a guessing game. I don't know if the hay can be sent to... Yeah, no. Something has to be able to be done with the hay, but I don't know yet as to what. Try to set up ale production for them. We are not producing as much of this stuff in here. A problem is also the location. This is not really a sustainable spot. Too far apart. I'm trying to see if I can somehow send the trees. Technically speaking, I could try to just relocate this production over here. This can theoretically mean I might not need this. Oh, come on. Play nice. I'm burning the location by the river, god darn it. There should be a fishery somewhere in here, not these things. And this is what a lot of people are gonna have fun when trying to like get the optimal layout and all that jazz. Charcoal brewery. If I relocate you here, this produces ale. Not in range. What is this? I need artisans. Supply is too low. What if I were to relocate some of these structures? can still tax the population. The thing which I need is more barley. Theoretically, I can now supply this here, just dedicate this over here, completely annihilate this structure. Man, what a change I have done here. But now I have to re-accommodate population. Because I will again go bankrupt otherwise. Why are the artisans not moving in? I'm so confused. You have access to the commodities. Oh, that's right. We're not doing anything out of copper, huh? Well, at least not in these parts. You know, like, I have honestly zero idea how I would be able to extract the copper tools and ship them across all the way over here to supply these people, because I have literally 2 copper mines sitting in here, and that's just absolute waste of resources. And in order for me to like stretch out to, I don't even know if there's a different copper deposit in here. Well, there's like a ton of salt over there. It'd be really nice if I would understand how to artisan houses of tier 2. Well, that's a beautiful story which will probably not happen. Issue is, I really don't know how to do anything right now here. That would tremendously help me out. The decoration is what worked? You gotta be kidding me. I would have never guessed that that's the thing that's missing. What if I try to upgrade the road a little bit more? Fudge. Okay, hold on. Then we know what to do. I'll just delete this slab of road and where's the damn decoration stuff? Swear to God, they need like a better system of this. Hey, listen, I'm beginning to understand why fate has sent us to this exact place. Look, these 2 mountain sides symbolize 2 opposite poles, yet they are also 2 sides of the same coin. 2 extremes that must find balance to become one. Do you have to make up stories for everything? But he's not wrong. You, for example, clearly have 2 sides, Grouch and Dawdler. I have 16 monks, dormitories, at least level 2. I would have to build the dormitories here or something. I need more of the flour production. I was thinking I'll need this space for something else, but what the heck. more chickens. How convenient. They fit in perfectly. And we can try to squeeze in this. I'm really not sure if I would need to build the academy somewhere in here, but this is just like a massive waste of money, I think. I'm not really sure if I'm doing anything with this location. Issue is the housing for the monks would need to be somewhere within the reach of all of this. Of course, we cannot reach then the food market. Aw, man. It still reaches. Yeah, this one does not reach all the way in there. And I'm not sure if building it here somewhere would do the damn trick. Okay, so obviously building up some of these things is gonna be tricky, especially if you're trying to follow the current objectives, as they are the ones which propel the scenario forward, but my scenario is where it is. So I'm definitely guessing that there's gonna be a bunch of much more smarter people who are gonna come up with like proper layouts, how to try and utilize what. Who knows when more of the campaign is gonna become accessible. And I'll probably try to do maybe coverage of some other mountain, see how that would work, see if I can try to build on top of another mountain range. And try to cover it, see how far I can get before I eventually give up. But these types of games are fun. The game has beautiful soundtrack. So far I did not come across really like issues or bugs or glitches or crashes or nothing, so you definitely get a from me when it comes to that. But still not understanding certain mechanics. Excuse me. How much one farm is able to supply. Like knowing very well the logistic supply chains is gonna be absolutely crucial to your success in these types of games. So games like Anno, Furthest Frontier, and so on and such. Those are perfect comparisons. This is just set up in some sort of Himalayan region, and it shows it in the beautiful artistical depiction of the monks, the Buddhistic religion, and yeah, overall the studio has done a great job. So from my end so far, they get thumbs up. But if that's not really up your style and you would rather play something else, maybe you want to check out the channel too and see what I'm currently up to, as I publish content on a variety of games, and I also try to do other content besides just playthroughs, although right now I don't really have something specific in the pipeline, but I'll hopefully be able to put something out. And so that'll be it for now. Thank you for watching, and see you at the next one.